Hey guys, Anime Kajin here. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top 10 anime where the main character goes to a magic school.
魔術を封じるそんなの無敵じゃん。
俺も魔術起動できないけどな。
は？
Magic schools are one of the few quirks where characters can develop, but also have a high sense of danger. Well, they do teach magic, which is extremely dangerous in the first place, but it's what makes the environment even more interesting. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos about anime. Even with just 3.69% of you guys subscribing to our channel would be a big help. So, without further ado, let's begin. Shin Wolford, in his past life, was an average salesman whose life tragically ended when he got into a traffic accident. When he gets reincarnated into a world with magic, he is adopted by Merlin Wolford, a powerful and respected sorcerer who is considered as a hero in the kingdom of Earlshide. With Merlin's guidance, Shin lives up to his foster father's greatness, as he displays an adept grasp of both magic casting and martial arts. Skillful as he may be in these aspects, it becomes apparent on Shin's 15th birthday that he missed on many practical skills. He is socially inept and lacks common sense. This could be attributed to the fact that Shin retained all his memories from his past life, making him apply 21st century logic to their unusual world. Merlin decides to enroll him in the kingdom's magic academy to improve his combat skills whilst developing bonds with peers of his own age. With eccentric characters, exciting combat, and humor to match, Kinja no Mago places 10th on our list.
やはり効いている。
残り 0.7 秒。楽勝だな。これで終わりだ。
There are 4 crests that mages will randomly acquire at birth, which reflects the limits of their magical capacity. One of these crests is a creation-specialized crest of which the protagonist, in his life as Gahyus, reached his optimum power but falls deep in dissatisfaction due to his mark. What he would have desired is the crest suitable for close combat. Left with no other option with the permanence of crests, he decides to reincarnate into the future in a test of his luck with the crests. In his attempt, he is reborn as Matthias Hildesheimer with his long-sought close combat crest, but was surprised to learn that at that current time period, magic has severely degraded compared to how it was used in the past, and that the crest he now has attained is simply labeled as the weakest crest of failure. To find out more about the world and what happened with magic and its waning, he enrolls into the Royal Capital's Second Academy and might just as well uncover the mysteries surrounding the changes in perception on the crests, and the view and use of magic.
教えて差し上げましょう。本物のイガフレアというもの。
The demon Lord Varvatos, feared yet revered by all humans, is simply just another of their kind. Only difference is that he was so powerful, having been able to sit atop at the peak of human ability and excellence, that naturally caused him to have a huge distance with others, not because of his choosing but more on how he simply seems too far ahead that common people would not interest him. This perception from others brought him to feel lonely, being alienated to the point that he desires the feeling of companionship and to find equals whom he could call a friend. In hopes of change in the following life, he decides to reincarnate several thousand years later as Ard Meteor, born from a somewhat ordinary couple in a rural town. Despite thinking that he already severely weakened himself to be at the normal level with others, his reincarnated strength still proves to be stronger than anyone in the current age, and his still existing lack of social skills bars him from making friends. To continue his pursuit of friendship after finding his first friend by saving her from the forest, they decide to enroll into Lawville National Academy of Magic, where people of different status often show off, and where Ard may just meet familiar people from back when he was Demon Lord.
ロストスキルとして扱っているのだ。それが常識だ。アードメ君。
まずい。これはまずい。
貴様はなぜロストスキルが扱える？
使い魔になってください。
え？なんだこの魔力モード。
Alto Goldfield might have been the luckiest guy on earth when he summons a beautiful naked lady who wants to kiss him. But there's one problem. She's a mana-sucking succubus. Before any of that happened, Alto was your ordinary student at the Ortigia Royal Academy of Magic on his path to becoming a sorcerer. He is diligent, committed to his studies, and got high grades in all his subjects. But this was all in vain when he couldn't pass his summoning class, preventing him from moving to the next year. Desperate to link with a familiar, he resorts to seeking out a summoning book in the library, where an ominous, old grimoire suddenly falls on him. What he didn't know was that this grimoire sealed a powerful demon by the name of Vermal. When he completes the ritual for summoning, Vermal materializes in front of him, body bare and quick to tease. When Vermal kisses Alto to absorb his mana, she realizes Alto is more powerful than he looked. This encounter is only the beginning of a blossoming relationship in this exciting series about love and magic.
攻撃は終わりかいなら今度こっちの番だお嬢ちゃん
そうだ黒い太陽人々はその黒い光に飲み込まれていった
Next on the list, we follow the story of Aratu Kasuga, whose town was enveloped by the Black Sun, causing the breakdown phenomenon to destroy it and all its people. His cousin Hijiri is taken away, but not before handing Aratu a grimoire, which he uses in desperation to artificially reconstruct his world and forget about the tragic event. A mage named Lilith investigates the remains of Aratu's town and senses that there is powerful magic at work. She breaks the spell, and the illusion falls apart. Upon learning that Hijiri is still alive, Aratu decides to join Lilith in the Royal Biblia Academy in hopes of saving his cousin. Royal Biblia Academy is a top-secret school that trains mages to deal with magical issues from all over the world. Within the academy are 7 powerful female mages including Lilith, who are the top of their respective archives of magic, dubbed as the Trinity 7. With the help of this elite group, Aratu steps into his journey to becoming a powerful mage and uncovering the mysteries of the Black Sun.
現象だかなんだか知らないがここに満ちた魔力よ消え失せよあれどけガキども
Located in Alzano Empire, the Alzano Imperial Magic Academy is one of the most prestigious magic schools where students train to become competent magicians of various fields or specialties, where a certain Sistine Fibel with her best friend Rumia Tingel studies to cultivate their magic skills. This, however, turns to a trip of disappointment when their favorite teacher suddenly retires and a replacement was introduced who started simply by turning the period into self-study. The replacement is none other than the lazy and indifferent Glenn Radars, who is immediately met with unfavorable treatment from the class, to the point that he is often ridiculed for not even being able to shorten a simple shock spell and losing to his student at a duel. Being somewhat provoked, Glenn suddenly starts a lesson as to the different properties of the shock spell and its manipulation unknown to his students, and to their sudden surprise that made his classes famous. With this sudden boom, however, might also come the start of complications on hidden forces within the Empire that have their own desire and would infiltrate the Academy for their wicked schemes.
俺を中心とした一定効果領域内における魔術軌道を完全封殺することができる。それが俺の固有魔術。愚者の世界。
人呢？我不会又穿越了吧？
Aloof schoolboy Ma Fan suddenly found himself in a somewhat alternate universe. Everything seemed similar to the mundane world he lives in, except for the fact that what is previously scientific is replaced with magic and is the fundamental force that is important in life. With the presence of magic also came devastating beasts where students enroll in schools and are often taught to master spells and magic use from their awakened elements and use them against the said beasts that lurk at the forests beyond the city, or maybe even those that slip into the city themselves. Despite being the son of a poor laborer and a brother to a crippled sister, he starts his dream and journey of magic by attending a magic school despite it being something expensive, as his means of repaying his father, of whom is also the reason why he got accepted in the first place. Nonetheless, this still prompted narratives against him and his status, with almost the whole school laughing at him and treating him badly. Not allowing that to stop him, Ma Fan simply continues with his journey harnessing dual elements of fire and lightning, to which the latter he simply still kept under the wraps from the school.
来什么都好，哪怕来一个光系，千万不要什么都没有。
In the modern age, magic and science finally mix, as the former being perceived to be just fantasy, folklore, and part of stories and fairy tales has now become a systematized technology and is taught as a skill. One of the institutions that teach magic and its use is First High School, where students are segregated into two groups based on their exam scores. There are those called Blooms who received high scores and have high aptitude for magic assigned at the first course. On the other hand, are Weeds who are assigned at the second course with the results. Tatsuya and Miyuki Shiba are siblings in First High, with the former being placed at the second course while the latter is assigned at the first course. This sense of dichotomy, however, is often misleading, as while Tatsuya may be magically inept, those who would know him may be able to attest that he possesses extraordinary technical knowledge, combat abilities, and unique magic techniques which will surely catch anyone off guard if they simply apply the stereotypes to this irregular.
師匠、みゆきが怯えてますので、少し落ち着いてもらえませんか。
僕、夏目ちゃんの式神になる。
A regular guy with no spiritual ability, born into a family of magic users. What could possibly go wrong? Harutora is an average high schooler who is a member of the Tsuchimikado's branch family. But this isn't your typical family. They are practitioners of Onmyodu magic. Onmyodu was established way back in the Second World War, where it was used by Japan to cement itself as a formidable force. However, the technique was responsible for the country's rise as much as it was for its eventual downfall. A respected Onmyoji causes the great spiritual disaster, resulting in the country's defeat. The incident continues to affect modern-day Japan, but has since been utilized in various ways, such as medicine and technology. Harutora, our main character, lived a normal life without having to deal with a magical lifestyle. But one day, his estranged childhood friend and heir to their head family, Natsume Tsuchimikado, appears before him. She asks him to fulfill a childhood promise and become her familiar. Together, they foil the plans of the Onmyo agency to recreate the tragedy that resulted in Japan's downfall many years ago. And finally, at number 1 on the list, we have Little Witch Academia. We follow Atsuko Kagari, or better known as Akko, in her adventures in Luna Nova Magical Academy. Akko enrolls in the Magic Academy in pursuit of the path of her idol, Shiny Chariot, a famous witch who suddenly vanished one day. There, she befriends the kind Lotte Yunsun and the mischievous Susie-man Bavarin as they share a bedroom in campus. She quickly learns that she is at a disadvantage because she did not have the magical background that her peers had. This all changed when she discovers Shiny Rod, a powerful relic said to have once belonged to Shiny Chariot. She later learns that this will be a key to bringing back the magic in their world. Living by Chariot's words, "A believing heart is your magic," Akko embarks on a journey to uncover the mysteries of her vanished idol and restore the flow of magic. Set in a time when wizardry is at a decline, these young witches work together to learn the true meaning of becoming a witch in this sweet and nostalgia-inducing series. And that's all the anime we have for today. If you know more magic school settings that would leave our jaws hanging, definitely let us know in the comment sections down below. For magic geeks like some of us, it would definitely be a dream come true if there was an actual magic school in this world with the concept of magic itself. Unfortunately, we have to settle with watching shows with them instead. If you want to see more anime content, make sure to subscribe and give this vid a thumbs up as part of giving us that magic boost that we need. Stay tuned and I will see you guys soon.